Hello. Once again, my name is Nicole Crowder, and this is my reflection on my participation video. Again, for this particular participation video, I had to interview a cross section of staff and faculty members regarding their perspective of the campus vision in the following areas. How does the campus acknowledge, recognize, and celebrate those who implement strategies in support of the campus vision? How are the contributions and achievements effectively communicated to the staff, students, and community? And how does the campus use innovative thinking, risk-taking, or failures as a learning experience to promote the campus vision? And what processes are used in improving morale, which moves the campus toward the realization of the campus vision? At Campbell Middle School, in my classroom, I met with Mr. Watson and Ms. Wilson. Together, we discussed the vision of our middle school. Campbell Middle School's vision is Campbell Gators are scholars. Our mission is to produce graduates. It's a great day to be a Campbell Gator. This is something that our students hear every single day here at Campbell. They are expected to live up to this vision. The staff expects for all students to act and behave like scholars at all times. Mr. Watson, Ms. Wilson, and I discussed how the campus acknowledges, recognizes, and celebrates those who implement the vision. Teachers and staff are acknowledged through several ways. One way is by selecting a spotlight teacher. The spotlight teacher is one who lives up to the vision of Campbell Middle School every day. The spotlight teacher receives an award for her commitment to the school, and they also have a district-wide awards banquet where the spotlight teachers are recognized. The staff is also able to recognize and celebrate one another at staff meetings. This is done through a thing called 5 Minutes of Fame, where the teachers can stand up and properly acknowledge all of those teachers that are doing everything by living up to the vision. We also discuss the campus initiative thinking, risk-taking, or failures to promote the campus vision. One campus innovative thinking strategies Campbell Middle School uses is 1,000 guys in ties and 1,000 girls in pearls. These days are used for students to dress in their best business attire. The students also listen to speakers from a variety of professions and backgrounds, and they discuss their professions with the students. The idea behind this also is to show the students that not everyone is going to go to the NBA. Not everyone is going to go to the NFL. And a lot of these students feel like they are going. They don't understand the hard work that it takes to go to the NBA or the NFL. So we do not discourage the students, and we do not say, oh, you're not going to make it. We just tell them that they need to have a backup plan. So these individuals come and they talk about their careers, and it helps the students to get a backup plan just in case they don't go to the NBA or NFL. The students also listen to speakers from a variety of professions and backgrounds discuss their profession. Mr. Watson, Ms. Wilson, and myself also discussed how our vision statement affects our students outside of school. A lot of our students come from single-parent homes, and they don't have the support they need to live as scholars. Twice a semester, we have a parent involvement day where parents can come and spend the day with their children at school. This day not only helps the students, but it's also a way for parents to come and observe what their children are learning and what's taking place at their child's school. While we were having our conversation, I couldn't help but feel happy and somewhat concerned for my students. I felt happy because I know that some of the students will have no problem living up to the vision year after year. I have those students who are scholars, and they live up to the vision all the time. They make straight A's. They go to class every day. They turn in their homework. And some of these students, they also come from single parent homes, but they know that they have to do what they need to do in order to be successful. So they always go the extra mile, and they have that scholarly attitude. I felt concerned for the students who don't act like scholars, only because they don't have the support at home. Many of them have to go home and take care of younger siblings. Because this is the case, they don't get their homework done all the time, and they come to school very, very tired. These students come to school, and they also act out sometimes because it's the only place they can really be a kid. School is their outlet. This is all they have. They don't have to look out for anybody. They don't have to cook, clean. They don't have to take care of anyone. So this is their only outlet and their opportunity to behave like a child. So many of them come to school and they act out. The whole experience during the reflection went well. We were able to focus on all the topics for the participation video, and we discussed the school's vision statement in detail. During the discussion, I think Mr. Watson did a great job speaking about his students in particular. As I said in my introduction, you can tell how passionate he was about his students learning. He himself goes the extra mile for his students. As you saw in the video, he said that they preach to him a lot. Well, he does because he cares. He wants to see them make those good choices. He wants to see them go down the right path. And so he discusses with his students a lot that the things that they need to do so that they can live up to so that they can be scholars and have the right attitude. Again, you can tell that he's really passionate about producing scholars. Everything that he said to us while we were talking, those are the things that he says in class, and those are the things that he discusses on a daily basis. He talks to them all the time about doing their best work and not letting anyone influence them in the wrong direction. This being a Title I school, a lot of the students think that if you do your work, you're not cool. If you turn in assignments, you're not cool. If you behave in class, you're not cool because of where our students are from. You know, it's cool to act out. It's cool to be rude. And Mr. Watson especially explains to the students that that's not cool. That's not the type of person you want to be. A respectful person is what a scholar is. A respectful a scholar is someone who turns in the work. A scholar is someone who follows the rules. And that's our vision for this school, and that's our vision for the students. In conclusion, we all care about the students here at Campbell. You can notice from our conversations the things that Miss Wilson said. Miss Wilson also touched upon her 7th graders, and she talked about how she expects certain things from them. She expects them to act a certain way, and she expects them, to behave in a certain way. She teaches 7th grade, and like she said, it is harder for 7th graders to behave as scholars. 7th grade is that year where they are in the middle. Many of them don't know if they want to be good students. They don't know if they want to be bad students. So they're kind of caught in between. They want to be grown-ups. They don't want to be grown-ups. So 7th grade is really that year where it's come and go, So she talked about that, and she talks about how she also reminds them daily that the vision is Campbell Gators are scholars, and they must live up to that vision while they are here at Campbell Middle School. we want them to be successful, and we want them to make good choices. Again, Ms. Wilson touched upon that. I myself also touched upon that. My sixth graders do a very good job right now making good choices. And as I said in the video, this is something I want them to continue to do. I want them to say, keep that scholarly attitude. And I am myself, as everyone else, trying to produce graduates, and it starts in the sixth grade. Many of the students I have known since they were in the sixth grade. So those 7th and 8th graders, when I see them, I do remind them that, hey, you need to act like a scholar. Remember, you're trying to graduate, you're trying to go places, you're trying to do good things. So when they do act out in the hall, I get on them and I remind them that that is not the vision of this school. Campbell Gators are scholars. If I can do anything different with this assignment, I would have invited students to talk about the vision of the school. I want to know what they think about it. Do they understand what being a scholar means? Because that is something that I do have to explain to them. Do they practice this behavior daily? As I said, we don't always see them practice this behavior. I would like to know why they don't always practice this behavior. Because is it because they don't think it's cool, or is it for another reason? So these are important questions that need to be answered by the students here at school. We as teachers, we can make assumptions as to why we don't think that the students are practicing the vision of our school. But if I could do anything different, I would really like to hear what our students here think about the vision. What is their purpose when they come to school? Because our purpose as teachers is to promote the vision and for them to act like scholars. But what is their purpose? Is it just to come and act out? Or is it simply to come and learn something? So if I could do anything different, that is the one thing I would do. I would love to talk to the students and see how they feel about the vision. Once again, my name is Nicole Crowder, and I would like to thank you for your time and for your attention and for listening to me as I speak about participation video option number 1. Thank you so much for your time.